and Jamie, young mountain man McGurk, Adventure 55 on the trail again. What we've done today, we've driven just a couple of miles up the road to a place called Hepburn Woods. It's my first time here, Jamie's first time here, and I have to say, it's an absolutely beautiful place. The weather is atrocious. It's rainy, sleet. We came here because we wanted to try the one Tigris black ochre tent. It's a pyramid tent, so we thought instead of hammocks we'll go side by side and we'll just try something different. Maybe with a little shelter with a fire below, just cook a few sausages, maybe make a stew, one decide at a minute and just have a night away. Jamie's still at school. They're not going through a good time at the minute. This online teaching or self-teaching, it's not good for their mental health. So I've dragged him away from his PlayStation and brought him out today. He has got better kit on than me again. He's got his poncho there, his Helicon Tex, which is over his jacket. He's got a pair of, as you can see, Altberg boots, which were given to me, for me, but unfortunately they're the wrong size.
Unfortunate.
For me, but the right size.
For me.
Outrageous. So yet again, he's fully kitted up, great gear, and I'm just trudging around in a pair of not waterproof Caramore boots. So we've probably got about maybe half a click to do. We're going to find a little place within the trees. Starting a fire is going to be a major hardship. It's clearly been raining for days. Half the fields are flooded up here. But never mind, we're going to give it a shot. We'll never give up. We'll always see it through. We will get a fire going. We will get our shelter up. And we will have a good night. We'll be back with you soon. And a big shout out to Big Brenda from the Fatty Baladi Cafe in Newcastle. All the best, Brenda. Right, me and Jimmy have managed to get the tent up in the only flat spot we could find in Hepburn Woods. It's hills either side. We decided against the hammocks this time, try something different, and there's literally nowhere to pitch the tent. So we came back along the track and there's a lay-by which has clearly been used as landfill at some point because there's rubble underground, even though it's grassy, and getting the pegs in was the devil's own job. It was an absolute nightmare. So we've got the pyramid tent up, and also to assist us and give us a bit dry area around the front so we're not dragging wet stuff in all the time, we'll put up a DD top. We've linked it to the side of the bank there. We've just run a cord across the top, some paracord, pegged it in, absolutely spot on. Jamie's inside, he's done his bed. I'm just going to do mine now. We're absolutely soaked to the bone. It's quite chilly, but not too bad. We're now going to find some dry wood, if possible, make a fire and get our stew on. All good. According to Fell Wanderer, wild campman, you know it makes sense. Right, if I ever meet him, I'll buy the man a pint and he can explain to me why it makes sense. To be fair, we absolutely love it. It's like I said before, it's a great break from Jamie. He puts a lot of hard work in, working from home with the homeschooling at the moment. So this is a great break for him. And I'll ask him, Jamie, are you happy in there?
Sorry?
Are you happy in there?
Cold.
He's cold, but we've got plenty of dry kit. He's had his poncho on, so he's dry as a bone underneath. So like I say, we're just going to get some bait on now and we'll come back to you later. Right, well that's the tent set up. We've had a cuppa and we've been for a wander, looking for a place to set a fire and basically cook our food and settle down for the night. Finding a place to stop is a nightmare. It's all felled trees around where we are, and to be fair, there's no real good spots to have. We can't have a fire where we are because it's a lay-by. We don't leave any marks, totally unfair. We're total advocates for leave no trace, so we're going to head back now. We're going to boil the chicken up, fry it, have some chicken sandwiches instead of the stew. Not a bad thing to do. Jamie, what's your thoughts?
It's freezing, it's wet, it's miserable. We didn't bring a frying pan. But it's fun.
We have got a billy cooker, so we're cooking a lid of that. I think I'm going for the Bad Dad of the Year award. I think Jimmy's going to put all the votes in for that one. So we'll head back now, we'll warm up. We've got the inside of the tent set out. I've got my new Treklight sleeping mat, fantastic. And I'm trying the Mountain Warehouse sleeping bag again. It's meant to go down to -5. I'm not entirely convinced. I tried it in the hammock a couple of weeks back and it wasn't warm at all. But I'm hoping with the new sleep mat underneath it should be okay. I'm still not entirely happy with the tent. The pegs wouldn't go in properly. Clearly the ground underneath, so I've replaced the pegs a few more times and they're still coming out, so we're going to see how the weather goes. If it's okay, we'll stay the night. If it's not, we might knock it on the head, put it down as an experience. But it has been good. The worst case scenario is we'll pack up early, head back and come back another day with more daylight and find a better spot. What's your thoughts, son?
It sounds like a plan. We're not fully prepared, but we didn't have long to pack.
Yeah, there's a bit of rush. Sorry.
I think if we come back another time with more like daylight, like you say, and we have a better time to scout around, it'll be better.
Yeah, we couldn't head away till later on in the day. It was after lunch, so we didn't leave ourselves much time to find this spot. We've never been here before, didn't know what it was like. We're kind of used to Harwood Forest and Thornton Woods. So we'll get back, we'll see what state the tent's in. If we've got to take the pegs out and replace them again, it's such a chew on, we might just knock it on the head and come back another day. But either way, every day is a school day, always learning. No point being uncomfortable if you don't need to. And like I say, we were going to cook on the fire. We didn't bring the cooker to do the big stew. So it might just be chicken sandwiches, cup of coffee, drop the tent, head back and come back another day. All good though, absolutely better. I'm going to turn the camera off. Right, a bit closing dialogue from me. We enjoyed what we did, but we're putting that down to a bit of a practice run. We set off too late, we didn't prepare in time, we kind of rushed it. I've been at work working long hours and I'm not making excuses, but it has put us against the clock a little bit for today. So we have packed up tent, we're just heading on the way back now. Should be back home in half an hour maybe max. We'll be back out again hopefully next weekend, give it another shot, and fingers crossed that'll be a little bit more successful than today. Other than that, has been great, and again always pays to check and test and do a bit of a recce first and prepare in advance. Other than that, all good, boys happy, quick cuppa and we're on our way home.